All right, welcome to Cafe Chronicles. Tonight we have Rodney Humphreys.
Wow.
Welcome.
Thank you. Welcome.
How you doing?
Thank you for welcoming. I'm okay. I'm not
Yeah.
I'm not complaining too much.
All right. So we're here to talk about the tribute to Frankie Beverly on
Right.
August 24th,
Right.
right?
Right.
But first, I want to get to know you a little bit.
Okay. Okay.
On the 24th, you're going to be doing, um, you're portraying Frankie Beverly.
I'm singing Frankie Beverly's songs
Right.
because
Okay.
I can't sound like that guy, man,
Yeah.
but it's like when you learning the songs, you kind of try to mimic the artist so you could get the whole feel of it. You know what I
Sure.
mean?
Yeah.
And then you you just do it your own way. I just look at music as, if I'm not doing it like him, you can hear the beauty of the song
Yeah.
instead of hearing just the beauty of his voice. You know what I mean?
Right.
So,
Right. So you're not trying to
nah, because
imitate.
yeah, and I probably would
Yeah.
tell people that I'm like, "Hey, you won't hear Frankie Beverly, you'll hear Rodney Humphrey. All the little other ums and flat notes or sharp notes or whatever.
Okay. All right. Have you been singing all your life?
Yeah, basically. I grew up in a household. My father played piano and guitar. My uncles played guitars and they all sang. And my grandfather, he bought me a harmonica every year, but I didn't
Huh?
know until I got older that each year was a different key, but I
Oh
never
wow.
learned to play him, you know what I mean? But he could, And, my father and they were guys from Arkansas my father was my mother's age. So they was guys from down in Arkansas, church boys sung in the church, had their own quartet and stuff like that.
Oh wow.
Oh yeah, they was some singing dudes when they get to drinking that homemade wine.
Did you grow up in Detroit
Yeah,
or?
I grew up in
Oh,
Detroit.
okay.
Yep, grew
All
up
right.
in Detroit. Yep, born and bred.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
So when did you start singing? Like, when did you know that you had a voice that you wanted to?
Well, first, I mean, I think I was a little kid singing and stuff, and it was like that's what you did. I mean, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? But me and my brother, we wanted to play some instruments. So my father bought me a Remo snare. I never forget, and he bought my brother a guitar, a 6 string acoustic.
Hmm.
And he wouldn't buy us toys because he bought us the real. I had to be about 6, maybe. My brother was 7, and I remember we was down in a room in the basement, and we was taping "Rock Around the Clock." Did 1, 2, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
I remember that. But it's like as the years went on, I started wanting to. I mean, the instruments was there at the house, so I would pick up the guitar, and my brother took 2 of the strings off of the 6 string and turned it into a bass, and,
Uh,
mess with that. And, my other uncle had a piano at his house, and it's just always been around.
yeah.
I mean, it just seemed like who didn't play music, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
For us, yeah. So I never really mastered none of them, but I was a jack of all trades, not was, I still can, diddle
Yeah.
daddle.
Now, were you playing instruments and singing? Were you ever?
Well, the first time I did that, I was 13. I was playing drums, and me and I remember the guys' names and everything, but we was all 13 in the 8th grade, and we auditioned for a talent show at Cass Tech, and I was playing drums, singing background. So
Yeah.
I mean, so that's when I found out, hey, I really got rhythm. I could sing and play at the same time.
Yeah. What kind of stuff are you doing?
Oh, what was we doing? We was doing because I picked the song. It was by God. It was baby, we can do it. Take the time, do it right. We can do it, baby. The reason I picked it because I love the bass line. Boom,
Yeah.
boom, 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 boom,
Yeah.
boom, boom. I
Yeah.
forgot the name of the group right now. It's just slipping my mind. But it was that song and a song by Change. That was an instrumental. It was a group called Change. And it was 2 songs we auditioned for the talent show. Yeah.
Yeah. But you were just the drummer and then
Yeah,
background vocal.
yeah,
Yeah.
drum and background vocals. I was shy, man. I mean, I was just shy. I didn't really want people to hear me singing. But I joined the Glee Club because my brother was in it. He was in the 8th grade. I was in the 7th grade. Joined the Glee Club and stuff, but I was shy. Really,
Yeah.
yeah. All the
Mm.
way until I started smoking weed. Then I opened up.
And then the social lubricant, you know.
Right. Right.
Yeah. So when did you start singing like with a group or
Well, I could remember as a little kid writing songs. I remember I was writing a song about my mother. I don't know how old I was because I was pretty good at writing stories and stuff because I won an award in the third grade. I won an
huh?
award. I won first place um, in our region writing a fictional story. Um, and it was you couldn't write no less than 60 words and no more than 600 words. I wrote 62 words and I drew it because me, my brother, my sister, we all can draw too. So I drew a picture, and I won first place. And I was in the third grade. I remember that. I got to go to my mother's house and try to find that
Fantastic.
story one
Yeah.
day. But I realized that I could sing. I always could sing, but because it's I would lay by the stereo and listen to songs I like, and I just enter into their world. I've always fantasized. I was addicted to fantasy
Sure.
first, more than anything.
I know
And that's
exactly what you
and
mean.
I still do it. I put on the headphones
Hmm.
now when I'm there. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I just always knew I could sing. I mean, it was natural. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Okay. So I mean, you got into a band at 13?
Yeah. That band? Yeah, I forgot the name of the band, but we had a band at 13, and that band broke up. And
And you
years.
said you were writing original songs
Yeah,
for
I
that
used to.
band?
No, not with that
Oh,
band.
oh,
No,
oh.
but no, we really just because that with that band, I never had a real drum set as a kid, and a friend of mine, his brother had a real drum set, and he had a bass, and my brother never had a bass. We had the 4-string lead,
Hmm.
acoustic lead, and the first time I sat behind the drum set, I could play because I used to sit on the arm of the couch, and you remember the cardboard parts of the hangers.
Yeah.
Those was my drumsticks, So
Oh.
I would sit on the arm of the couch, and I would learn to play that way, And the first time I sat on the set, I could play. And what did we play? We played, I think it was Good Times. Do, me
Yeah.
and my brother, And the two kids whose house we were over, they couldn't play, and their older brothers was just down there just watching me and my brother play,
Yeah.
Yeah. And my brother's a bass player too. The band know him, the guys that's here now, it's
Okay.
like we be knowing everybody,
Yeah.
So yeah. But and the first real band I was in, I think I was in my 20s. I mean, because we always dabbled in stuff like that. But the first real band, it was actually called Rodney and Company. I didn't make up the
Uh,
name. I was just doing talent shows,
yeah.
and but I was doing original material, and I would show the other band all their parts because I didn't really know how to read music. I actually just kind of really learned how to read because I got tired of being at rehearsals and somebody say, it's a G7 major, all this kind of stuff, and I didn't know, but
Yeah.
I could hear. I knew where to find it, but now I know where to go, And so I would show the guys all their parts on their instruments, and the lady just thought I was awesome, and there was so many girls around. I was like, I gotta get my brother them into this. Oh my God,
Yeah.
'cause
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
was kind of lonely, And so I brought my brother and them in, and we first they was just singing my background, but then we could tell that the guys was a little jealous because the girls was kind of digging us.
Yeah.
So we said, okay, they just said, no, we could play our own instruments, So it started that way, and the lady who organized all this said, I'm gonna call you guys Rodney and Company. And it sounded good for a minute until we decided to branch out. And the first thing they want to do is change the name.
Yeah.
But we changed it to One Up.
One
And
up?
yeah,
Oh,
that was a nice
okay.
name, wasn't
Yeah.
it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And we was booked everywhere down here, downtown. We was like the youngest band in the city. We rehearsed religiously. Everybody could sing in the band.
Yeah. What kind of stuff were you
We
doing?
was doing a lot of R&B, pop radio stuff,
Yeah.
playing in the popular clubs, Floods, and all these
Yeah.
places down here. You got to play what's hitting,
You were
So
in your 20s, you said?
yeah, I was in my 20s. That was the
Okay.
first real band I got in where we got paid,
Yeah.
and they still pay about the same amount they pay today. So
Surprised they're paying. No.
yeah,
Yeah.
so but it was fun because back then I was doing a lot of drinking and stuff. So it was, I just
Sure.
wanted to rock out and
Yeah. Were they
talk to
paying
women.
you on booze?
They stopped because they couldn't afford it after because all of us in the band was drinking.
Yeah.
So they stopped paying us. We had to pay for our own. They stopped paying us in booze. So we had, though they used to tell us it was on the house. But once we started drinking the house under, we had to pay for our own drink. So, but I didn't care,
You still know those guys?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
From that band?
Yeah, yeah. My brother was the bass player. Cat named Rick Beeman was the drummer.
I know Rick.
You know Rick? Yeah, Rick Beeman was the drummer in the first real band I was in. Another guy, Brian Wesley Johnson. We had a keyboard player, Louis Ford. He passed away. But all these guys, you know Rick, so you already know the caliber of the guys that was in the band. Yeah. And I was just singing. Every now and then I would play guitar, on a couple of songs maybe, but I was doing a lot of the, lead vocals. Me and a girl named Leah and a guy named Louis Riddle and Brian. We had a nice band, man, but band members change all the time. Yeah. So, Yep.
All right. So, so now you're in your 20s. What happened between then and now?
Between then and now,
I was, vocally.
I was doing a lot of songwriting in my 20s. I mean, I would write songs, man. I mean,
R&B stuff.
Yeah, I would. With my brother, he when he graduated high school, he landed a good job. He just retired from this job earlier this year, so he had the job for 42 years or so, and so he had a studio built in the basement. And I would stay down there for days, and it's like the writing was just coming like that, and I was just writing. And I was hungry for the music, and I was chasing it. Back then you could send stuff to record companies. You may never hear from them, but we were sending out tapes, all this kind of stuff. But I finally got a letter back from SBK Records in New York.
Oh wow!
Part of Sony. I'm like, everybody. I'm the only one.
SBK.
Yeah, I forgot the lady name. It was a German name, but I had sent them 3 songs, and they sent me a letter saying that they were kind of interested in blah 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 blah. And do you have any more material? Because we would like to maybe meet and blah 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 blah. So I sent them 3 more songs, and about 6 months later, I got a letter. They were saying that they wasn't interested. They decided to go in another area. But it was this one song I wrote. The song, it would have been a hit if I could have got it, if I could have got the hookup. And we used to do it in the band, and it was a catchy song, And so one day, me and my girlfriend, we at the house, and the song come on the radio. Da, 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 da. I'm not going to sing it, but, And she said, that sound like your song. I'm like, you're right, And
no.
So I called the lawyer I had at the time, and she was like, oh, Rodney, music is so universal, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, goodbye. You not on my side from the jump. But anyway.
Yeah, that's...
I don't know how public this will go.
That's my worst fear.
I was about to say, I don't know how public this will go, but I'm about to say whose song it was. It was actually Frankie Beverly's song. After the morning after. And it sounded... It just the jump. Just. I mean, any songwriter know how to put a chorus somewhere out in the change, blah blah blah. But anyway, I said, man, it sounded like Frankie Beverly heard my song and came up with the and took the concept and blah blah blah. But everybody, man, that's Frankie Beverly. Shut up, But any writer get writer's block. I don't care who you are, So okay, about a year went by. So we playing down in Floods, and guess who come in Floods? Frankie Beverly Maze after a concert at the Fox. I'm like, man, that's too much karma.
Wow.
And I'm like, let's do Show Me To Your Heart. So we did it, nothing out of that.
So you're stealing my song.
Right, I'm like, you heard my songs, because A&R department, somebody knows somebody all the time,
Yeah.
And so about in 2009, I went to check my copyright papers out, and all of them okay, except for that one say cancel registration. I didn't cancel it, But that's
you had copywritten it?
Yeah, I copywritten that song like 4 different ways. One way just piano, one way just guitar, and then one way with the band, and one way.
And then one day it said canceled.
It said cancel registration. Years later when I checked it. Now when it got canceled, I didn't know, And I don't know who canceled it because I'm the owner of it. But I don't even really think Frankie Beverly did it. I just think, I don't know. I won't
Yeah.
even say I don't know, but I know people know how to do that kind of stuff because
Yeah.
I'm not the first guy who story you done heard about somebody sound like they didn't got their music or
Yeah.
whatever, you know. So
Yeah. Well.
yeah, you know.
So speaking
And
of,
now I'm doing Frankie Beverly.
why no? Let's
You
talk
know?
about that. Let's talk about Frankie Beverly.
Too many coincidences. Now.
Yeah. So let's talk about that.
Okay.
So you said it's you're singing Frankie Beverly songs,
Right. I'm singing
right?
Frankie Beverly and Maze.
Yeah.
Frankie Beverly Maze, which Maze was like an awesome band.
Yeah.
Frankie Beverly, awesome songwriter, singer, musician. So I guess the combination worked, and he was good as a front man.
Mhm.
You know, because when I do it next week, I got some little trivia stuff I'm gonna say and stuff like that.
Okay.
And I never really was a Frankie Beverly Maze fan.
So I was just going to ask you that.
Yeah.
Were you a fan before?
Not really, not until like maybe 1980.
Oh,
And
but
I
I mean,
still
you
wasn't
were.
a fan. Yeah, I still wasn't like, oh
Okay.
man, Frankie Beverly coming in concert, nothing like that. Until I heard "We Are One." I love that song. "We Are One." I
Mhm.
just love the melody, you know. And now that I'm doing the Frankie Beverly tribute, and I had to learn all these songs, I really see the beauty in this stuff that this guy was writing and the simplicity in it.
Yeah.
You know, not many. Usually, it's only 2 verses, and it's long pauses. It's musical pauses in between the verses. You know, I mean, you know how you say, "Go around one more time." You know, they always go around
Yeah.
twice. You know,
Yeah.
and it's always maybe a solo or something like that. You know, and it's just it just make you appreciate the whole thing. You know, not just a guy singing. It make you appreciate the music and the guys. It's just the work of it.
Yeah.
And I really came to appreciate Frankie Beverly and Maze. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, now I watch the live concerts on you know, I go online and watch them, and I notice that okay, I'm doing 14 songs. I'm singing 10. Frankie only do maybe 5 or 6 in concert because you got the
Yeah.
audience singing with him. And
Right.
stuff.
Right.
You know, so it's like I gotta eat suckles of lemons, all
Yeah.
kind of stuff.
Have you done this before?
Not you mean
The
I have covered some Frankie Beverly songs, you know,
Okay.
but nothing like a
Like a
tribute.
tribute.
Yeah.
So does learning these songs give you a different view of
Yeah, yeah,
Frankie Beverly? I mean, because
yeah.
you're digging into the tunes, right? You're getting to
Yeah,
know them
yeah,
really
yeah,
well,
yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah. It's like because this all came about after a breakup I had, a 3-year breakup.
Mhm.
Sky asked me would I be interested in doing it like in February, and me and the girl just broke up in like, well, I'll be signing my year lease in October, so it had to be about October.
Yeah.
And I just thought this girl was the one, man. She could sing. We both we vibed so well on music. I could hit a note and here she come with the harmony, or she could do it and here I come, or it's like we just gelled so well. But you know, the breakup happened, and then maybe some months later, Sky asked me would I be interested, and I said, yeah, of course. But I had to learn all these love songs. Oh my God!
Mhm.
Some of the songs I was trying. I mean, it's this one song. He said, "What is this feeling? Can't eat a bite. Work till I'm tired. Can't sleep at night. Since I have met you, I can do without your touch. I just love you much too much." I'm like, come on, man. Yeah, I gotta learn this, you know. And it's
Yeah.
like
It could be therapeutic, though, right?
right, and it was, and the fact that it could mean one thing for one person. It could mean they just found this love and that's how they feel about them. Or for in my case, it brought the longing in that I felt by not having
Yeah.
this love. It was a longing feeling. So that's when I know it's a timeless song too, because it's just. I mean, music is so spiritual. I mean, if it wasn't for music, man, I'd have been through a lot of stuff. You know, part 2, we'll
Mhm.
talk about that on at the next interview.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
because I got a part 2. This is like part 4 now
Yeah.
of my life. So.
All right. So every interview I do
Mhm.
ask one question
Mhm.
to the guests. Um, can you recall something that pops in your head? There's something that's happened to you, or a memory that pops in your head of being at Aretha's Jazz Cafe.
Something that popped at being here.
Yeah, at being at the club.
Okay. You mean something about being here that happened here?
Hmm.
Because I did an Earth, Wind, and Fire tribute background with a buddy of mine, and the thing that popped in my mind is that I didn't know hardly any of the material, but we played it off real well because I just do like a parrot and I mimic, but in harmony.
Yeah.
So that's what I remember about being here, and you know, I mean, because you done heard about the music hall and all this. I remember my face on the marquee and stuff like
Yeah.
that. That was kind of cool. Next week it'd be just me up there and Frankie's picture down there,
Yeah.
on the marquee. So that'd be pretty cool too.
That Earth, Wind, and Fire. That show was sold out. I
Yeah,
think, like,
it was a
it was
packed house.
oversold.
Come on, it's Earth, Wind,
From
and
what I
Fire.
remember, I know.
Yeah, not a band. Thaddeus, the drummer,
Yeah.
he was the.
I interviewed him
Okay.
here, I think right before that show.
Okay, because he was the
Yeah.
MD of that
Yeah,
show.
yeah.
And the band was awesome, and I knew all the guys. I even said it when we were on stage that I knew a lot of those guys when their hair was black, when they had
Yeah,
hair,
yeah.
when I had hair,
Yeah.
Yeah, because a lot of these guys, we knew each other from the 90s. That's like even the guys playing tonight. I know
Yeah.
some of them for
Did you go see them when they were at Little Caesars? Earth, Wind,
No,
and Fire? No.
nope. I never seen Earth, Wind, and Fire in concert. I never seen Maze, Frankie Beverly in
No?
concert. Nope.
Oh.
Only on film or
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah.
On purpose?
Yeah, on purpose, yeah. Because Earth, Wind, and Fire, man, oh my God, that was an awesome band.
Yeah.
But I done heard a lot of stories about Maurice White. But anyway,
Yeah.
And Maze is an awesome band, because they're
Yeah.
back touring now too. So
Are they?
yeah. And I know before Frankie passed away, they had a guy named Jubu Smith playing guitar with them. Jubu, awesome guitar player, man. Yeah,
Mm.
yep.
So, who is in the band on the 24th?
We got James Sheldon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, do you know him?
Mhm.
Yeah, piano player. Mike Harrington on bass. Come on, you got top of the line
Yep.
guys.
Yeah.
I think James may have this guy named Smoke on drums, young guy. Killed the drums. I mean, had the drums crying,
Yeah. I don't think I know him.
Yeah, well, you will if he's the drum
Yeah.
next week. But he's still a young dude. We
Yeah.
still getting his chops. But the dude is good. The band, I know it's an awesome band. I done did stuff with James before, Mike.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That's great.
Oh yeah. I'm excited. I haven't been like butterflyery in years, but I am for this one
Yeah.
because of this weather too, and I got asthma and stuff like that too. So I
Yeah.
got to do preparation.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm 60 years old. I'll be 61 2 days after
Well,
the show. So
you can have a little birthday celebration.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Do you have any other gigs coming up?
I just did a gig Friday. Me and my buddy Phil Thorpe. We got a 2-man band we call R&P Vibe. Rod and Phil.
Mm.
We both play guitar and sing. And then we got a R&P Vibe band. It was 5-piece band. Everybody in the band sing too. But other than I got some stuff coming up in September, like not nothing really like blood because I
Mm.
haven't really like started really trying to get out there booking events from the R&P Vibe thing because Phil stay busy. Guitar player, awesome guitar player. I'm buying guitars from him like every month because he got about 40 of them, and he got the good stuff. PRS,
wow.
just Strats, Fender Strats.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
All right, man. Well, thank you for doing this.
Well, thank you.
All right.
Thank you. I
August
appreciate it.
24th.
August 24th at the Aretha is Rodney Humphrey and Friends tribute to Frankie Beverly Maze. Doors open at 6. Show start at 7.
All right, Rodney.
Be there, be square.
All right. Thank you
And
so
it's a
much.
white party.
Oh,
So we're
okay.
white,
All right. Thank you, my man.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
Appreciate it.